What's the most insane cause of passing out you've ever seen? I worked at the county courthouse for 3 years, and I thought I'd seen it all. Bizarre lawsuits, strange death certificates, courtroom meltdowns, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for Dennis. Dennis Holbrook was basically our town's professional pain in the ass. In 10 years, the guy filed 37 lawsuits. 37. He sued his neighbor over a barking dog, sued the grocery store because the automatic doors opened too fast and gave him anxiety, even filed a complaint against the local weatherman because a rain forecast ruined his barbecue plan. No joke. Everyone in the courthouse knew him. The moment he walked in with his ratty briefcase and smug smirk, the staff would just groan. He always represented himself because no actual attorney would touch his garbage cases. His newest lawsuit was against Benny's Bagel Barn, a sweet little shop that had just opened downtown. His claim? That Benny's everything bagels were dangerous weapons because the seeds were too sharp and had caused him severe gum trauma. Benny, an actual angel of a man in his 70s, laughed in his face when Dennis stormed in demanding compensation. Dennis filed the lawsuit anyway. Court was set for a Tuesday morning in November. I was in the back doing paperwork, but when I saw Dennis take the floor, I knew it was going to be another circus. Judge Williams already looked exhausted, and Dennis hadn't even opened his mouth yet. It was his 4th case that month. The guy was relentless. Dennis stood up in his wrinkled suit, holding a brown paper bag like it was a murder weapon. "Your Honor," he began, dramatically, "this establishment is endangering innocent customers with reckless seed placement." Judge Williams sighed and asked, "Mr. Holbrook, do you have any actual evidence of injury?" Dennis got that smug grin, the one he always wore when he thought he was being clever. He pulled an everything bagel out of the bag and held it up like it was Exhibit A in a murder trial. "This, Your Honor," he said, "is the weapon in question." You could hear the whole courtroom trying not to laugh. Even the bailiff was biting his lip. "I will now demonstrate the dangerous nature of this so-called food item," Dennis declared. And then, like a complete idiot, he took a massive bite out of the bagel, right there in front of everyone. Immediately, something was wrong. He started coughing, not the wrong pipe kind. No, this was violent, choking, full-body convulsions. His face went red, then purple. He dropped the bagel and staggered back, clawing at his throat. People jumped up. Judge Williams shouted for help. The bailiff tried the Heimlich, but Dennis was flailing too much. 2 others ran up to help hold him steady. There were crumbs everywhere, on his shirt, on the floor, scattered among his legal notes. His eyes were bulging, mouth wide open, gasping. He sounded like he was trying to scream and choke at the same time. Paramedics arrived maybe 5 minutes later, but by then Dennis had collapsed. They tried everything. Heimlich again, some suction device, even an emergency airway right there on the courtroom floor. Nothing worked. Dennis died, surrounded by paper, bagel bits, and a room full of stunned people. Later, the medical examiner told us it was a single poppy seed that had lodged in his windpipe just wrong. 1 seed, smaller than a pinhead, that's all it took. The official cause of death on the certificate? Asphyxiation due to foreign object obstruction of airway. But everyone in that courtroom knew what really killed him. Stupidity and a dramatic flair. Judge Williams closed the case with the driest line I've ever heard. "Motion denied due to plaintiff no longer being available to pursue litigation." Benny was devastated. He actually considered closing the shop, but the town rallied around him, told him it wasn't his fault. They convinced him to keep going. A few weeks later, he added a new item to the menu, the Holbrook Special, everything but the lawsuit.